Hey everyone, and welcome to this SolidWorks Gearbox tutorial in which we will model the input pinion shaft and the output shaft in SolidWorks. So let's begin. So first let's open the assembly file because we will model the input pinion shaft first. An automatic folder, or you can say directory, will be open. You need to close that one. Then you need to click on design library, go into the toolbox, then click on this add in now. Okay, after that you need to find here ISO, so double click on ISO. After that you need to go into the power transmission, double click on it, then go to gears, and here you need to drag the helical gear here in the environment. Okay, so this automatic left bar will be appeared. You need to select the module as 4, you need to select the number of teeth as 13, and the direction here should be left, and the helix angle should be 17, pressure angle should be 20. Okay, and specify the face width as 45. Then you need to select the nominal shaft dia as 1. Then simply check this box from here. As soon as you check this, an automatic second gear will get appear, so I will press the escape button because we don't want the second gear. Then you need to select this gear and click on float so that you can move it. I will fix it to the origin point, so I will select the mate from here, and in this very window I will clear this window first by right clicking and select the clear. Then I will select the origin point and the origin point of the gear and then check the box. The benefit of doing this, we will get this origin point at the center of the gear. Okay, now I will go to file, I will click on save as, because this is the assembly file, we want this to be the part file. So I will save this as input pinion and click on this save as and save it as SolidWorks part file inside of the assembly file. Then hit the save button. I will cross this window, click on don't save because we don't want to save the assembly file, we already saved the part file. So this is the input pinion. I will double click on it and I will select here no for the recognition. Then I will select the front plane, which basically cut this part like this in half. We have the other planes, but we need to select the plane which cut this part in half like this. In my case this is a front plane. I will select the front plane and click on sketch. Then for reference I will create here a midpoint line at the origin. Select this line and make it as horizontal. Select this line and make it as construction geometry because this is just a reference line. You can drag, you can expand this line like this. Okay, after that I will select the line and I will create a sketch, vertical line, horizontal line. So this will be a combination of vertical and horizontal lines. Then another step, then another step, then I will close this here. Okay, now let's specify some dimensions and make sure that all of these lines are horizontal or vertical. Then I will select the smart dimensioning tool and specify the length of this line, which is going to be 17 millimeters. Then specify the length of this horizontal line, this is also 17. Okay, after that I will select this line and this line of the gear. Then I will specify the distance between these two lines as 30. So this is 30 millimeters. Okay, then I will specify the length of this whole line as 104. Okay, after that I will specify the length of this line. This is going to be 35 millimeters. Then the length of this line is going to be 60. Then I will press the escape button and I will drag and expand this reference center line. Select smart dimensioning tool and then I will specify this vertical distance. This is going to be 20. Then I will specify this vertical distance. This is going to be 17.5, and finally we have to specify the length of this line. This is going to be 16. Okay, now the sketch is fully defined, as you can see it from here. I will select this reference center line and select the revolve boss base. This line will be used as the axis of revolution, as you can see it from here. I will check the box. Okay, now I will select the fillet and I will specify here the radius of the fillet as 1 mm, and I will apply the fillet on the inner edges of this shaft. Then I will check the box. Now the input pinion is ready. If you want to apply any appearance, you can apply any appearance you like. This is an optional step, and this is up to you. You can apply any appearance. And since I have already saved this files, I only have to update, so I will go to file and click on just the save button, and then I will cross this window. Now I will open a new part file because we would require an output shaft as well. So make sure that you're working in mmgs as units. After that, select the front plane and click on sketch, and I will create here a center line for reference like this. Make sure that this is horizontal as well. So select this line and assign a horizontal relation to this. After that, select the line and create a sketch like this, a combination of vertical and horizontal lines. Okay, make sure that your horizontal lines are horizontal and vertical are vertical. I will delete this line and complete this in one step instead of two. I will drag this line until the completion of the sketch. So these are different steps we would require to complete the sketch. Okay, now let's assign the dimension. So the length of this horizontal first step line is 60. This step is 19, and then the length of this line is going to be 72. So select this line for the dimension. This is going to be 72 millimeters. Then the length of this line, this is going to be 32. Then the length of this final line is going to be 19. Okay, now we need to specify the vertical distances. So select this vertical line. This is going to be 21 millimeters. Then the next is going to be this one. So select these two lines and specify the distance as 22.5. Then specify the vertical distance between these two lines as 25 millimeters. Then the next one, this one is going to be 27.5. So specify here 27.5. And finally the last one. So I will select this line and specify the dimension as 22.5. Okay, now the sketch is fully defined, as you can see it from here. The only thing you need to make sure is that your vertical lines have this vertical relation assigned and the horizontal lines have horizontal relation assigned. You will see the green horizontal relation when you select the line. After that, go to feature, select revolve boss base, and then click on yes, and then simply check the box. Okay, now we need to find a plane which cut this part in half like this, as you can see it from here. Select this top plane, keep selected this top plane, and then select a plane from the reference geometry. Here specify the reference distance, which is going to be 21 millimeter, and then check the box. A reference plane will be created. So select this plane and click on sketch. Then select here a straight slot and create a straight slot like this. Then select smart dimensioning tool and specify the distance between these two lines as 12 millimeters. Then from this end yellow dot to the origin point, specify the distance. So this is going to be 55. Then go to feature, select extruded cut and cut it up to 3 mm. So we need to specify 3 mm in downward direction. Then check the box. Okay, now we can hide this plane if we want to. If you want to apply any appearance at this point, you can apply any appearance you like. And we are left with few more steps, but this is our shaft. So you can go to file, click on save as, and save this as output shaft, and I will save it in the gearbox folder. Okay, now in our revolve sketch we have to edit it. So click on edit sketch and change this very first dimension from 60 to 80 mm, then exit the sketch from here. Okay, then we need to select the same top plane, and then again we need to create another reference plane, and this time this is going to be 25 mm away from the reference plane. Check this box. Now select this newly created plane and click on sketch. I will create here a reference center line. After that I will create here a straight slot. So create a straight slot here like this. Then hold control key and select this yellow dot and this line and make relation coincident. After that I will select smart dimensioning tool. From this yellow dot to this yellow dot, or you can say the end of the slot, the distance is going to be 40 mm. Then I will select these two lines and here I will specify the distance as 16 mm. The sketch is fully defined. Go to features and select extruded cut, and here specify the depth of cut as 6 millimeter in the downward direction, and then check the box. So that's all for this tutorial guys, in which we have modeled the input shaft and the output shaft for the gearbox. We will be using this in the gearbox assembly tutorial as well.